say I got laid off and I'm not going back to my 9 to 5? Like, oh, you're very bold. Like, you know what, I am. And but after I said that, I was like, oh my God, like, please, God, like, please don't embarrass me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christine, and I am so excited because we finally posted our series on Instagram. If you haven't been catching up, I posted my blueprint series on TikTok and on YouTube, and it's all been about sharing my journey of like building the blueprint with God since I got laid off. So building my dream career. And first, I think it's only right that we preview what I dropped. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and insert it here. Hold on, let me play it so I can actually see it in real time. Hey, so to catch you up, I got laid off and I'm not going back to corporate. A few weeks after I turned 29, I went to New York and had an actual breakdown on the subway, crying my eyes out to cranes in the sky. The life I had imagined I would be living by now was non-existent. In that moment, it hit me. No one is coming to save me, and if I want my dreams to happen, I'm the one responsible for making them real. So I got back to my roots. I started creating again. I got back on YouTube. I bought a $1,000 camera, and I literally got laid off the following week. After spending 3.5 years at this company, I'm on my lunch break, regular day, and I get an email stating, confirmation that your last day working with us was today. I had two reactions. First, my life literally flashed before my eyes. All I could see was me shaking a bucket for change. But then, honestly, I felt relief because deep down, I knew that this was an answered prayer. Not gonna lie, I scrolled on LinkedIn for a little bit, but every posting was like, must have 25 years of experience for an entry-level role, thrive in a fast-paced environment, aka say goodbye to work-life balance, and a personal letter of recommendation from Michelle Obama. Be so for real right now. So I decided if I'm going to build anybody's vision, it's going to be my own. Welcome to my new series, The Blueprint, my journey to build my dream career and life from scratch with God. Woo! Yeah. That was amazing, Christine. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, that was the series that I dropped. And I just wanted to talk about what I'm experiencing right now, what I'm feeling right now, because the price that you pay when you're trying to build from an authentic place is crippling. Let me tell you. So when I posted it, I had shared this already on TikTok, but I might as well catch up with you guys as well. So when I posted this, I worked on this on Saturday. I worked on this all day from like 11 to about 7. And then I started coloring it. And after I finished, I looked at all the clips and I was like, I don't like any of this. Like I literally, guys, I'm not kidding. I did not like anything that I was seeing. I was like, this is cheesy. I was like, am I being cringy? Like, I'm doing too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the doubts came. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like now I got to refilm it. And I'm like running out of time because I have been feeling like I'm running out of time to do this. And, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So the next way, this was Sunday. I said I was going to give myself a break. I'm like, I'm not going to think about this. I don't want to deal with it today. Right. So Monday was my son's 5th birthday. And I had already had my plan of what I was going to hang out with him and do. But I had this rush come over me, like, go work on your series. So I came to my computer, and the night before that, I believe it was like the night before, like maybe the night before that, I had this dream. And I know that God speaks to me through my dreams. But in this dream specifically, I was I arrived at this plane, and this guy was like, you missed the time window to be able, you missed the window or something like that to be able to check your bag, but don't worry about it. Just take your luggage and go on the plane. And so when I had that dream, I know the average person would have just been like, Okay, like whatever. But I knew spiritually that I was running out of time to be able to post this, because I do believe that when you're in the season of alignment and obedience, you are supposed to do things within certain time frames. And I had already been feeling like July, this needs to be posted. I need to get over everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm going through, and I need to post this. But I was so afraid, guys. Like I was like, oh my God, I had to really fight past the feelings that I was feeling for this, right? So I was like, okay, I finished it, and I kid you not, I just prayed before I did it. I'm like, please, God, just give me breathe on my creativity. Help me to really do this in a way that is reflecting of what you want to say to your people, in a way that's real, it's genuine, it's creative, something I've never created before. And you guys, I kid you not, if you watch that, I've never created anything like that before, ever. I've never created anything like that before. To this day, that is probably the most unique, authentic, and cinematically beautiful content that I've ever posted, because I before it was all about like, you know, this character of Christine, hot mom, the whole thing that I did like years ago. So this is the first time, especially with me being vulnerable and sharing my life, never done that. I've never done that aside from the journey that I'm on now with, you know, the blueprint and all that. So as I'm doing it, y'all, all of these ideas are just coming to me, and they're coming in such a way that I'm like, oh my gosh, when I finished it, so I worked on it for about 4 hours because everything was already colored, everything. I just had to chop everything. I had to throw some edits on there. Like it took a lot of brain juice, but it flowed, and it was just like, it was a masterpiece in my opinion. So I finished it, and I literally, since you guys are my girls, I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of how I reacted, because this is how I reacted. We launched. You guys, we launched. We did it. I was very happy. I was very proud of myself, because I could not believe that it's like, wow, it felt so real. So I went ahead and drafted the caption for it, and I posted it. And I got amazing support. Like, it was like, man, I felt like people like were like really feeling the series. They're like, wow, like this is really good. I love this. I love this. And I felt good, because when I posted it, I was like, I felt like I could breathe. I was like, whew, okay, like this feels right. It felt like when I posted it that I released something. It didn't just feel like a regular old Instagram post, because you guys, I really do believe in what I'm doing right now. And I really, really do believe in this blueprint series that I'm doing. I don't have all of the ideas for it. I don't know all of the ins and outs and all of that, but I really, really believe that this is going to work. I don't know how, when, any of the details, and I'm showing up is the best of my ability, the way that I can, but something is telling me to just keep doing this and to just keep being real and trusting God with it, because, you know, it's in his hands. This feels more like assignment. This feels more like something that I'm being called to do over just being random with my creativity. Like, it's intentional, and it's, you know, it's meant to be encouraging and impactful for people who watch it. So I was good. When I posted it, I was excited. I was like, woohoo, like I felt all good. I finally put a caption in my bio, like a little bio. I was feeling really good, right? That was Monday. So yesterday was Tuesday, and you guys, I was literally up all night. I didn't go to bed till like 4:30. I literally closed my eyes, and I felt like I was back up at like 6. And I felt so much anxiety. I felt so exposed. I felt so like, why would you post that? Oh my God, what are people going to think about you? Are you being corny? Is that cringe? How are you going to keep this up? Like, do you even have the ideas to keep this flowing and keep this going? All of these things are coming to my head, right? And my chest is feeling heavy. I literally feel like it's like harder to breathe. Not that I'm like having an anxiety attack full blown, but it was just like, I felt like it was a little harder to breathe. I felt like I wanted to delete everything and go back to being a ghost. Because that's easy for me. That's comfortable for me. It's so comfortable for me to be behind the scenes, under the radar, and I only pop out when I want to pop out. And that's when I look and feel amazing. Anything else, you can count me out. I'm not sharing anything. I'm not opening up. I'm not being vulnerable. I'm not doing any of that. So that's where I was when it comes to that. And, so I started just like, I'm literally spiraling. I'm like, God, like, are you sure you want me to do this? And then this thought comes like, but what if it fails? Like all you guys, everything that you could possibly feel when it comes to starting something new and putting yourself out there is everything that I was feeling last night. And I called my mom. I talked to my mom about it. I went on a long walk this morning and I was like, okay, we have to do this. Cause at this point, it's not about you. I've already said, came to this realization, like, this journey is not about you. The blueprint is not about you. It's about God's people, and you're the vessel. So you have to keep going. Somebody's breakthrough is dependent on if you show up or not. And this is just the price that we pay for authenticity. Like, everything that you're going to feel fear. You're going to feel the fear of being perceived. All of your insecurities are going to come up. All of the self-doubt, all of the crippling feelings is going to come up. It's just a part of the journey and it's not going anywhere. You have to decide that you're going to do this anyways and just build the endurance and trust God and lean on God to be able to do it. Because, I'm not going to lie. Last night, I was just like sitting on my couch and I was just thinking about the things that I'm doing right now and how this is so uncomfortable for me. And I was just crying because I was like, man, like, God, I'm actually not strong. Like, I actually don't feel like I have strength for this. I actually don't feel like, in other words, guys, I feel very inadequate right now with the things that I'm doing. Like, I don't know if I appear confident and I appear like, ooh, like, well, girl, you're killing it. But it's like, I don't really feel that way. I feel like I'm doing this because I don't have another option. I don't have a job. The way that the job market is looking, I mean, I don't want to go back. That's the whole point of this is I don't want to go back and I've made up my mind. And so I have to treat this like my job until it pays, until an opportunity comes, until something comes. And I just got to feel the feelings and show up anyways. You know what I mean? Like, this is just what I'm committed to, and this is the process, and this is the journey. And since I am doing this authentically, it's going to be a different approach. So when it comes to where I see the blueprint going, I personally, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but I haven't seen someone do a series on Instagram, like almost like imagine a show, like an actual series, watching an actual TV show on Instagram, but it's just like 2-3 minutes long max. And this is like real life. Like, I love storytelling. I love, film. I love getting back to my director, my writing, that part of me. I want to be able to display that on Instagram. So all across my platforms between YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, one band, one sound. We're speaking the same language. You just get different forms of the same thing in a different way. So on TikTok, we're raw, we're vulnerable. You're going to see me looking a mess. On Instagram, I can actually show you my talent. So I can show you that I can storytell. I can show you that I know how to film and edit my own stuff. I can put together a story that's engaging, that people want to listen to, that people want to watch, that people look forward to. And on YouTube, you see more of my personality. You can understand my mindset deeper into like what I'm doing, what my life is like on a day-to-day, and just bringing you more into my world on YouTube. But if you go each place, it's cohesive. We're all speaking the same language. So when it comes to the ideas and how I'm going to roll this out, I'm about to take it up even more. Even like I'm about to take the notch up even more than I have been, because yes, I feel like I've been doing a lot better, and I will take the time right now to give myself a pat on the back. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that, because I've been doing really good, guys. Like, I have been posting my butt off on TikTok. I have been putting my all into just showing up in my life. And presenting the best Christine that I can be, and just accepting myself of who I am in all of my forms, loving myself and believing God in this journey. And I feel like the reason that I feel so called and it's such a burden for me to be able to really share the journey, because what I feel like God is putting on my heart specifically and through my creativity is to awaken his people to destiny. I don't know if you guys are tuned in with everything that's going on in the world, with all of the craziness that's literally happening, but we are all here to fulfill an assignment, and we're all here to be a solution to existing problems. But the issue is we're afraid. The enemy is so powerful and just crippling us with anxiety and fear and the things that we'll never be able, and telling us what we can't do, and telling us that people don't care, to tell us that we're not important, tell us that our voice doesn't matter, to all of the childhood trauma that we have to get through and grow through and heal through. And it's literally crippling us to where we're not becoming who we're supposed to become. And we're afraid of being perceived, being seen trying, the fear of failure. And we just don't have time for it anymore. Like now, more than ever, I feel like people need to be discovering their identity through Christ and letting him reveal to them their identity. So as a body, we can rise and we can begin to do the things that we are sent here to do. And right now, I feel like my creativity and the journey that I'm on right now is going to be a solution. I don't know in what way specifically, but I feel like God is really wanting me to share the journey, because it's like, yes, you're going to feel that. Yes, all of your insecurities are going to come to the surface. Yes, you are going to feel like it doesn't matter. You are going to feel like it's slow and nothing's happening and nothing's growing. But this is just a part of the journey. And if you want it to work, you have to be okay with sticking it out. Like, you have to be okay with it just going that way until it works. Nobody pays attention until everybody pays attention. And that's just life. Like, nobody cares until you popping. But once you're popping, they'll be able to go back and look at all the things that you've been doing, and you'll be building something meaningful, and you'll be building something that you believe in. Like, I'm being so intentional with what I post, and I'm being intentional even with what I don't post, because I'm like, if I wouldn't want this to take off, I'm not going to post it. If it's not relevant, if it's not edifying to anyone, if it's not valuable, if it's not intentional, I'm not going to post it, because I don't want to be random. And I got to this point to where it's like, I also don't want to build a life that I feel like I need to escape from. So if I'm on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, just pushing out 20 posts a day, being mad random, being dumb, saying stupid stuff just to be able to like show people that I don't know. I don't know why people post 20 times a day. That to me doesn't make sense. But I'm not trying to build anything that I feel burnt out about and that I feel like I need a vacation from. Like, the idea of building your own blueprint and building your own lane in your own life is to build a life that feels good to you. Your life should feel good. You know what I did this morning? I got up. First of all, I was very tired, so I got up late. Took my son to school. I came back. I went on a walk for a few miles. I was in my same workout clothes. I went straight to the pool in my apartment. I took a dip. I took a swim with my big old hat on, my sunglasses on. I came back. I made me a protein smoothie. I got in the shower, and then I started getting ready for my day, which was YouTube and TikTok, because I've already posted on TikTok for the day. But my day is feeling good because I created this day. And I kind of feel like, in a way, I'm already living my dream life, but I'm just kind of doing it for free. But it feels good to have a choice, and it feels good to build a life that is like, I would be okay with this kind of day. Yes, with money. I would really like money to be a factor. But I'm okay with, like, this feels good for me right now. So just at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just trying to say to build with intent and purpose, and not just being random because someone's telling you, I posted 20 times a day. You know how many people post 20 times a day and they have 500,000 subscribers or 500,000 followers and they don't have $500,000? Yeah. I don't need traction if it's not going to build money. Like, I don't need all of these people just agreeing with me if I'm still not going to have the money at the end of the day. So I'm okay with taking the long, slow route in God's way rather than burning myself out and being mad random. So going forward, right now, I'm really focused on now the blueprint for Instagram and how I'm going to write my scripts and just kind of what the releases of that is going to be, because I really don't know right now. Like right now it's kind of like unclear, but I need to really sit down and have like a really strategy day, which I'm going to do this week, and just kind of write down all of my thoughts, write down everything that I feel, everything that I think, and come up with some kind of game plan so I can be consistently posting on Instagram too. And also just having fun. Like Instagram, I feel like is going to be one of my favorite platforms to post on once I get past the fear and stuff like that, because I want to be able to get back to the place of like creating my own little ads and really using like my camera to its full potential and learning color grading and just doing some really fun stuff, creative wise, visual wise, figuring out a way to relay my thoughts in a way that's creative and that feels like me. So I also want to have fun with this. Again, this is not just like work, be super serious. I also want to have a ball because I don't want to be put in a box. Like I'm not calling myself anything. I'm not calling myself a content creator. I'm not calling myself an influencer. I'm not calling myself I don't know what else. I am Christine. Christine is going to be I am the brand, and everything that I do is just like the umbrella that it all falls under, you know? Like I don't want to just put myself in a box and limit myself to what I can do. That's why I'm being consistent across all platforms and showing different sides of myself, because I feel like it'll be more palatable that way. But yeah, that's a little update that I wanted to do. I just wanted to come in and share and talk to you guys because it's been a little bit since I've just like sat in front of the camera. I didn't want to do makeup or anything because I get too distracted and this video would be like 2 hours long. But I just kind of wanted to share you guys where I am right now, my thoughts, what I'm thinking, everything that I'm feeling, what is kind of like the things that you'll see, and to let you know that you can absolutely do it. Whatever that you are dreaming of, whatever it is that you want in this life, however you see yourself when you close your eyes at night and you're being honest with yourself about who you are and what you want, you can do it. And I believe I've like listened to this. It was a couple years ago, but it always stuck with me. And this lady was saying that your higher version of yourself and present you. So wait, the higher version of yourself is always communicating to present you through your intuition. And when I heard that, I was like, dang. So you know when like you see yourself in this vision, like let's say you see yourself in a home, you see yourself in a certain city, you see yourself with a certain lifestyle. That's your future self talking to present you and trying to get you to say, hey, like you got some catching up to do. Hey, there's something that you should be doing. But a lot of the time we're just not listening to ourselves. And one of the things that I've had to be very honest with myself about while I'm building is, what do you really want, Christine? Not what you think people think that you should want, not the lifestyle that everybody else settles for, not, none of that. Sit down and be clear about what it is that you really, 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 really want. Like, I'm not, you guys, I don't think I'm a delusional person. I think I just have radical faith. And I think like God has shown me so much about my life. So there's some things that I could say to people that they would be like, literally, who do you think you are? I'm serious. But it's like, this is how I see my life. This is what I want to do in my life. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's not what I want to do. And I'm just crystal clear on it. So now it's like when I feel the anxiety, when I feel the embarrassment, when I feel the cringe, when I feel all these things, it's like I'm so locked in on the vision right now. To me, if I could like give you a visual, here's me, Here's the vision. It's right in my heart. It's right on my chest. And here's distraction. Here's fear. Here's the enemy telling me lies. Here's all that stuff. But I'm not letting go of this because I believe in it so much. And so I'm not going to settle because I know that the life exists. And I know the things that I want exist and they are for me, God willing. So get clear about what you want and be bold about it. You know how much courage I had to have to get on freaking Instagram and say, I got laid off and I'm not going back to my 9 to 5. Like, oh, you're very bold. Like, you know what, I am. And but after I said that, I was like, oh my God, like, please, God, like, please don't embarrass me. Please just let it work. Please just let it work. But hey, even if it didn't go the exact way that I think, I applaud myself for being as bold as I am because it's still going to help someone push through all of the fear and all of the bull crap that they are currently thinking and be like, if she can do it, I can do it too. If she can do it, I can do it too. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up about now because I don't want to start rambling and being like making this too long. But please, you guys, lock in, be honest with yourself, write down your vision, pray about it, and do the thing because we don't have time. I'm about to be 30 in 6 months, almost 5 months because we're almost August next week. I don't have time to keep playing with my life. Not that I have been playing. I don't think I've been playing, but you get what I mean? Like, I don't have time to allow fear and self-limiting beliefs and the lies that the enemy is planting to give up on this. Like, this is going to work. This is going to work. So that is just the price of building authentically, guys. Like, everybody's not going to see it. Everybody's not going to agree. Everybody's not going to applaud you. But if you really believe in it and you really believe that it can happen, it can. And if you show up for it and you're consistent and you put away with the excuses, it can happen. Like, I don't see it not happening anymore because it's like I'm doing what I need to do, you know? So that's all for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to just call this a little episode because this is kind of like, what would I call this? Like an intermission? No, not an intermission. I would call this a commercial. Yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call my sit down and talks a commercial. So the Blueprint series is like the series, but when I'm sitting down and talking, it's a commercial. But I'm not selling you anything. It's just kind of like a break in between, the stuff. But I hope you guys have a great week, day, night, morning, year, decade, century, all of the things. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.